Certainly looks like winter out there, especially in Grand Rapids and Muskegon right now. You can see the flakes flying, and we have some reduced visibility as a result of that. Winter weather advisories for inland counties until 7 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday. Toward the lakeshore, that's going to persist for a longer duration of time until 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. Anticipating widespread 4 to 8 inch snowfall totals, but there could be as much as about a foot leading toward I-94 and right along the lake. So definitely want to be careful over these next couple of days as we have round after round of snow. You can see that that's continuing to shift onto the shoreline there as we look at Storm Track Live. We do have that west-northwest wind, and it's pretty powerful too, and that's going to continue to keep the snow showers with us for a good chunk of today, likely into much of Tuesday and even into Wednesday morning when we start to see some of those advisories snapped off. Here's a look at visibility now. You can see that that's limited to about a mile or less for many locations in West Michigan. So the travel situation remains very challenging out there. Looking at the snowfall forecast, again, expecting about 8 to 12 inches of snow within that darker shade of purple on your screen, lining up just south of Grand Rapids, approaching Kalamazoo, portions of Berry County into northwestern Calhoun County, and then up and down the lakefront also. That's where we'll be packing up the heftiest amounts of snowfall. In addition to that, as you touched on, Phil, we have a cold weather advisory. This is kind of a revision of the wind chill advisories that the Weather Service put out in previous years. Just really reinforces the fact that, yes, it is going to be cold. As you mentioned, wind chill values 10 to 25 degrees below zero. Pretty dangerous situation. You can get frostbite in this sort of situation in as early as about 30 minutes from being outside. Also want to care for your pets during this time. Make sure that they're not out for too long a period of time either. Looking at our temperatures, those are in the single digits, right at 10 in Benton Harbor. And meanwhile, the wind chill values are at about 10 to 15 degrees below zero for most of the area. The wind looks to stay strong through the course of this afternoon, easing off just a little bit into tomorrow. Not a whole lot of power outages to inform you of at this moment, but that is also something that we're continuing to keep an eye on. And going back to historical reference here, recent high temperatures at 10 degrees or below. You have to go back to January 15th of 2024. Otherwise, it's been since the end of January in 2019. We'll also get a look at traffic out there. As you can see that we do have things slowed up, in particular along US 131 north and south. The Ford Freeway also kind of a mess, at least in the southwest direction, approaching Hudsonville from downtown. As we look at the current layout of accidents, you can see, well, we have a lot of slowdowns out there. Anywhere that you find the yellows and reds on your screen, primarily US 131. That's really been hit pretty hard here today. A lot of accidents reported out there. You can see that we still have that closure of I-96 eastbound due to an accident. Another one blocking the right-hand lane of US 131 southbound. And then shifting to the south near M6, you can also see a couple of accidents there on 131 northbound. So again, just a pretty challenging situation, not just with the cold, but with the snow. We also have salt and things of that nature don't work as well when it becomes this cold outside. So all things considered, again, Phil, just best to stay home as we continue to deal with this Arctic blast.
Absolutely. Scott, thank you so much for stopping by. We really do appreciate it. We know that you and the rest of Storm Team 8 are going to be on top of this thing throughout the duration of it. So thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Phil.
Of course.